Hey guys, how's it all going today? Hopefully all going good. So we're going to be coming back and we're going to be hitting up these two beasts of Nurgle. We're going to get these two done. Unfortunately, the stream last week got cut short, but we're here to stay on this one. We'll get these two completely done up. So let's start. We're going to have to hit them with some Plague Bearer Flesh contrast. And now, if you watched the first one I did, one second. That's better. And I might just have to turn this one up just a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. That sounds better. All right, so we're not actually going to be using this like a contrast paint. We're going to be using this more like a tint, because we've already done a lot of that lovely sort of layering work ourselves, sort of with the airbrush we did previously. So we're just gonna get our model here. We're just gonna start tinging it. So we don't really want it really in the recesses. We just want that real nice, gross green looking color. Just pushing that pigment around. Now the only part I don't really want to get this is the sort of hair tentacles. Just move this around. Just sort of being, you know, neat or quick, you know, it's, you know, as quickly as you can while still being neat. Because we don't really want this pooling anywhere, so. So to get this everywhere. Once you sort of make the contrast tint everything, we're then going to go and make sure we then brighten all the all the tentacles and things that we're going to be painting, like, you know, gross, you know, bloody rotten flesh color. We're going to go back in with a off-white and hit them. And essentially, if you watch this method of how I do, like, you know, this beast of Nurgle, you can essentially take it to sort of anything. You could even sort of apply this to, you know, Poxwalkers or any of the Age of Sigma sort of Nurgle demons or whatever. Just, you know, working quick, because I don't want the contrast paint to if you've ever worked with it before and you get to a section that's dry, it can sort of tear or leave like this seam line, and I don't want any of that anywhere. But that typically works when you use it like how you're meant to sort of use it, as like actual for getting in the recesses and giving that contrast. I'm not interested in that effect. I'm just literally using this to get that sicken tint all over this model. Awesome, so that's the first one done. And then now let's go the second one. Just once again working just as fast as we can. I guess you could actually just put this in an airbrush and just spray over this, but sometimes, I don't know, just getting in with a brush and doing this is a bit of fun. And I do sort of still like some of the sort of evenness that a brush can give this sort of effect. Where if you airbrush everything, it can start looking way too clean, and that's the last thing we want these guys to be. Woof. Now, if you didn't have an airbrush, you could actually dry brush the first steps. It won't look 100% the same, but it would actually probably give it its own unique texture, I reckon. That's actually I probably should give that a go at some point. Still tinting. I really do love the type of sick green that Plague Bearer's what is it? Yeah, Plague Bearer's flesh gives. It's a real sort of sickly puke green. It's quite revolting. Okay. There we go. That's the second one done. There you go. Now let's clean our brush. Alright, now let's just hit him with the hairdryer just to make him dry a bit quicker. And of course, I'm going to mute my microphone because y'all don't want to be hearing this. There we go, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. Now we're just going to be taking some off-white. And simply start painting all the fleshy bits. I'm just going to be taking an old Army Painter Regiment brush, and then I've also got a Citadel layer medium that I'll be swapping between the two just for this step. I don't need to be using my fancy brushes for these guys. Like, it's sort of a quick process we do. So we just get this, and then we're gonna go in and do all these guts. Just thin the paint slightly, just to get it nice and smooth. So I gotta hold the dude upside down. There we go. I sort of smooth, bright white. I'm blinded by the white. Nah, we'll go in with Volupus pink contrast, and then it really picks it all out nice and neat like. Alright, now I'm just going to get little bits of the lips as well. Now, don't be too shy if this does make him look a bit like a clown at the moment. When we go in with our streaking grime, it will help blend this the off-white and the green sort of together a little bit more. So don't stress too much about that right now. And now we do all these little, what are they, like, to help him slither around, ooze blobs or whatever they're called. I don't know what they would call these slugs. I have no idea. If anybody knows, please let me know. That'd be great. Actually, I probably don't want to know. And if you have noticed, this brush is very dead, but like, I'm not using it for any sort of super neat practice. It's not like I'm edge highlighting with it or anything at the moment. Let's flip him around. Sorry guys, I won't do too much upside down painting, I promise. Now this is just sort of one method to how I would paint these guys. Just because this is a sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Battle ready commission, so it's like a, you know, entry grade level paint job I'm doing here. You sort of do all the sort of cheats and bits that, you know, if this was a much sort of higher tier model, I'll be painting it much differently. Like, doesn't mean it's not as good, just means this person wants this on the tabletop as quickly as possible. Cool. That's all the work with this brush on this guy. Before I go to the final one, I'm just going to now swap to the second one. And yes, this is a heavily loaded brush. Sometimes you just gotta, the brush is dead, so there's no point, you know. No, this is when you say, no, you should always practice good brush maintenance, but there we go. Awesome. just this guy's mouth. There we go. Now I'm going to go to the finer brush. About time to put this brush in the bin. Well, never throw away brushes because you never know when you're going to need a dead brush or something. Alright, now time to start doing all the finer things, like all these sort of pus balls and breaks in the skin. Once again, you can be as neat as you want to on this, because at the end of the day, once we put all the streaking grammar things on, like, it's really your own sort of flavor of what you want. And now we get in all these sort of cuts, paint them up. Because this guy doesn't have the big wound in his belly, so we need something to sort of draw the eye in. No, he does have cuts on his belly, but more like the mouth and the massive gut spewing everywhere. Get his eye too. Even though we're painting the eye a different color than the other stuff, but just good to sort of make sure I don't forget it. Get all these sort of boils and things. So there we go. Now, it doesn't really matter that much if you get any sort of overspill, because end of the day, it's just going to look like, when we go over it with the Volupus pink, it's going to look like more blood or viscera coming out of them. Like that one there, I went a bit wide on just to prove the point, but when I go over it, it's going to look like there's a lot of, gross things spilling out of it. Go. Now, you don't have to do all of them if you don't want to, because it can look like some are sort of dead meat underneath, or because they'll be a bit brown once we put the streaking grime in. Oh, Geozilla, thanks very much for the follow. Thank you very much. How are we doing today? Just getting all these bits covered in. Make sure not to miss any of these sort of exposed areas coming up. Oh yeah. Okay. Now, if you're all curious as to what these all look like when finished, I do have a completed one I finished the other day. When I get this done, I'll give you all a look just so you have some context of why we're sort of doing this. And also, for a lot of these cracks and things, you could also really use like a white oil wash, so with oil paint, thinned down sort of with like a lot of white spirits, and it would actually flow in a lot quicker than paint. But you would need to sort of varnish it after you do that, because we are going to go in with some enamels and they're going to flood it in, and then we're going to clean them off, so that would also remove that white oil. So that's why I'm sort of not doing it at the moment. But you could do it that way if you let it really dry and then did a varnish over it, but because we're doing this on stream, don't really have the time to wait for all that to dry. Alright, is that? Oh yeah, there's some more here. Oh yeah, there's some ones I forgot. Awesome. Just double checking that they all sort of got a layer. Oh, there's some here. There we go. Let's do the second one. Oh yeah, I was going to show you what it looks like at the end. So this is what they all will look like in the end. Which is, look, you know, there could be a bit more done to them and everything, but like for a $30 commission each, you sort of got to do what's cost affected to sort of the overall look of them. go. I definitely think out of all the Chaos Gods, Nurgle is definitely up there with one of my favorite. Just the aesthetic can be done so many good ways. Like, it's very cool. There we go. Make sure I haven't missed any. Yeah. Oh, these balls up here by the hair, I miss every time. I'm like, have I missed anything? Yeah, these right here. Okay. Yeah. Go. There's another split there. So, very, very bright. There we go. Get them a ton. Let's do the eyes. Not that they're going to be that color. It's just so once again I don't forget them. Oh, there's one more here. There we go. Awesome. Put that down. Now let's start slobbering some streaking ground all over these big boys. So just going to be using streaking ground by AK. Just nice and simple. And I don't need to do a varnish or anything, so I'm just going to be easily just do a simple remove. Like, I'm going to be just gently removing it all, so I don't need to worry too much about that. And look, you essentially just slob this on. Made all streaky or grime. Wow, Thank you very much. Yeah, I got what you were throwing down. And yeah, be as messy as you want. Because actually don't. This shit can be language. This stuff can be kind of expensive. Please, mate, keep it G-rated. G-rated for all the kids, mate. Lol. What kids? Oh. Once again, you can airbrush this stuff on if you like, but I personally don't really wear masks and stuff when I airbrush. Probably should, but this stuff actually is, you know, you don't want to be breathing this stuff in. You're talking about paints, don't know what the kids are thinking. They're into weird things these days, kids. When I was a kid, the things we were into were Warhammer. And I haven't grown up, as you can see. Time to get all these stupid tentacles on this hair. Jesus. Keep unpacking the house. Oh, Godspeed with it, man. Moving sucks. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. Ugh. Sometimes with all the shine from the lights, you can't tell if you hit it or it's mispaint. There's one completely submerged. Grimed up good. The second one. Look, as someone that's normally like a really super neat painter, there's something fun about just covering a miniature in paint. Real fun. I guess that's probably one of the best parts about the hobby, though, is, you know, there's no correct way to do things, you know, unless you're GW, and then it's, you know, 4 layers of edge highlights. Which, don't get me wrong, looks really good. and it's really satisfying when you pull it off. It looks, oh, love it. But like, I don't think I would ever have a whole army where I've done that. I've done it for other people because, you know, for a commission, but I don't know. I tried doing my Dark Eldar at the moment, which are essentially like painted to the best of my ability. Spent a good maybe 40 hours on it, and I have 2 completed models. So take that as you will. So well, that's about 20 hours a model. A 10-man squad's 200 hours. Nah. Part of me is like, just start again with them and make them simple, because I really want to play with them, but on the tabletop, that is. Not, I don't walk around with my models and make voices and that. Who would do that? That's just crazy. Everybody does that. That's a joke. Cool. Let's double check all those tentacles have been streaking grimed. Sweat. There we go. Alrighty, guys. Now, super important to anyone that ever uses enamel paint or buys streaking grime. Never wash your brush in water because it's an enamel paint. You need white spirit or any sort of thinner. So I got a glass over here with some, and you just whoop, get so it comes all off nice and easy. Whatever you do, you don't want to give it a good sniff. Some people hate it. Some people... Me, I think it smells awesome. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my hairdryer again to dry these guys for you, because we all don't have 20 minutes to sit around and wait for these guys to dry. So I'm going to mute my mic, and let's have a quick disco break as I spray these models with an hairdryer. Now, I hope all you liked watching paint dry as much as I did. Alright, so we just need to get some more white spirits. There's my cup. Let's pour a little bit of this in. Just splishy splash. And we just simply grab some Q-tips. Give them a little dunk. Twist them out. You don't want it too runny. And you simply pick up this guy, and then we just start rolling it back and forth. Now you don't want to apply pressure. You just want to just roll it on the model, because we don't want to let that paint that we just painted on come off. But as you see, all of that surface comes off, except what's in the recesses. And that's what we want. We want to leave all that paint in the recesses. Now you can use things like makeup sponges and things like this, but obviously, like with a model this size, I find the Q-tip you have the most control, and obviously when they get too dirty, just throw them away and grab a fresh one. There we go. Just slowly remove the paint. Well, I'll say take as long as you want, but when it's commissioned, time is money, so rush! No. Yeah, just slowly work it. Just you can get as much off or as little as you want. It's all about preference. But because these are Nurgle dudes, this is probably the best showcase of what this technique can do. Where I have been painting up a berserker, which I do the same thing on, and but I do it a lot more cleanly. The focuses with the panels, and I think it comes up really nice. But that's a dude for another video. That'll be on my main channel in a day or two. Now you see, as I said before, it will blend the white in a little bit more with the green underneath. So it's not going to look like, you know, a big old clown. Now, once again, I am starting to get a bit out of control. You're just going to take it easy, because this is when you start getting towards the end of it, and you're getting, you know, comfortable. That's when you can start really pushing the Q-tip, and you can get paint off. So you gotta breathe and take it slow. Because that's what happens because you don't varnish underneath. You can take the paint off underneath. Not that I have at all on this model. It's just something you can do, and you just want to be real easy. Alright. Now it's time for all these hair things. Just taking the time. Oh. And obviously I do spray the ends of these black, so I'm not too worried, but I do want to get a lot of that as much as a grime off as we can on it, because I want it to be a little bit more vibrant than just dark. There we go. That'll do, I think. Do be careful, you can get little strands of hairs from the Q-tip everywhere. So you can just go and clean them up by rolling the extra strands with the Q-tip. Sickly. Gross. Awesome. Alright, let's start with the next one. Sorry for painting two up in a row, guys. Just is what it is. Could have done three, but no, I painted one solo one stream. Washes. This is where I'd grab another Q-tip, but I am running low, and I don't want to have to get up and get more. Because if the missus catches me stealing any more, earbuds, I'm in trouble. I'm sure this is riveting content. Mopping and soaping up and reactivating paint. There we go. Normally I use a much sort of smaller like shot glass for all my white spirits, but I have run out of shot glasses. I had a big bucket of like 300 of them, and they were great. I used them for mixing paint, you know, to even model holders for when I paint. But I finally ran out after like 3.5 years of using them. I ran out, so I need to get some more. Not that I know how to get them, because they were from a promo at my brother's pub that he used to work at, and they were nice and big too, so it was very cheeky. He brought them home. He's like, "You want these?" I'm like, "Yeah, but not for their intended purpose. I'm going to be taking them for my Warhammer." Almost finished this one, and then we'll go back to good old-fashioned painting, I swear. Grab a new one. Do I have a... Oh, there's 2 more I didn't see. Excellent. Very, very jolly good. Very jolly good. Worst time to start the hair, because you need them when they kind of deteriorate a little bit for stuff like this. Alright, now you see all that? That is disgusting. I'm gonna empty it out and put a little bit of clean white spirits in. Yeah. Alright, now this is the time where I take some paint off and I gotta go and match it to what we've done so far. No, that's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen this time. No, Adam, it is not going to happen. Oh, yes. Just about finished. Alright, let's watch this, just give both models one last sort of glance over in case we missed anything. Love it. Awesome. Let's this should be the last time I'm going to be using the hair dryer just to dry these guys off. So I'm going to mute my mic again and just have a little bit of a boogie. All right, hopefully that's all good to go now. So let's start now with Velopus Pink and do all the grubby, dirty bits. No, that's not the color I wanted. There you are. Velopus Pink. That's what we want. Getting a workout here shaking this. Alright. Let's start. Hopefully this lets me start without it. What's the word I'm looking for? It's gonna like not stick. If that's the case, I need to. Nah, it's good. If we find any, we just. Because sometimes with the white spirits, there still might be some residue on it. So it might not. The paint might not stick to it. But it's all looking good. Awesome, there we go. Just take your time with it and just get everything we did with that beige color, we're going over with this. Awesome. There we go. Go. Now you can see why we built all that colors up before. When we do this, it looks real nasty. And if you've just done a bit where you don't want it to be, just wash your brush. Get a point and you can sort of just remove it. Like that. There we go. There we are. There we go. Oh, missed a bit under there. No biggie. There we go. Alright, let's do all these guts and gory bits. Okay. we go. Epic. Some more slits on the tail. So yes. Right. Now I'm just going to get a bigger brush to do all the hair tentacles. I'm just going to be grabbing a monster brush from Army Painter. Load it up. Now let's start doing this. Just really take time and try not to get any on like the skin or anything, because this is actually hard to clean up. So I'm going to be using a big brush is because painting all these little cylinder shapes is a big hassle. here. Just about done. Now I think we're done it. Awesome. Now let's go straight to the second one. And let's start with the hair because we've already got the big brush out. Ooh-wee. Oh yeah. Very happy with this change of brush. Pretty sure I used the thinner ones on the first one I did, and this was the longest part of this model, I reckon. Getting better at holding it in camera view, but think that's them done. Oh no. Sweet. Now let's go to the smaller brush and the rest. Oh. There we go. Start this goodness. Batch painting can be pretty fun sometimes when like you've only got 2, 3 you're doing at the same time. But I will tell you now, I love just painting one model at a time. I rarely get to do it, but oh. There we go. Oh. Don't you love when you're like, I feel like I've been on this step forever. Be like, oh yeah, I've been painting 2 of these up at the same time. But also when like you're only using like 4 colors on a model. Like, well, no, this model's actually had more than 4 colors, but like green is 1 color, even though I used like 6 greens, you know. Sick. Whoa, yeah. Getting there. Sorry, I get excited when model is almost finished. Like, thanks, man. How we doing today, Luck Hopper? It's good to hear. Yeah, so it's getting 2 of these guys up and running. So yeah, they're very grotesque and yucky looking. Yeah, thank you very much. When that tentacle hair dries, I just got to get out the airbrush, and I'm going to blast it just with a little bit of black on the ends of it. And then I gotta go do the eyes on both of these ones. And then I just got the, well, obviously all the slime on them coming. Yeah, this is actually for a 40k army as well. So I mostly only ever do 40k, even my commissions. This guy, I think, runs them in a 40k list of Nurgle demons. So yeah, which is very funny. Yeah, I pretty much only do 40k really. Yeah, Nurgle man. And so yeah. Though the people I pay them for, sure, they can, you know, run them whatever they want, so. But I'll show you one that's finished because I'm doing 2 up at the moment. But this is one. This is what they will. What it focus in? This is what they sort of look like finished. Nothing too insane. This is just the sort of, you know, battle ready beast of Nurgle. So I know, as I was saying before, it's actually very fun just to paint a simple sort of monster, you know, like, and not just edge highlighting Space Marines for days. Though, don't get me wrong, I do love that stuff, but love Space Boys. They're just food for nids. 100%. I love that. Alright, I think I've done all the pink bits on that one. I'm just going to double check this one as well. Yeah, awesome. Alright, let's do something just fun for the moment. Let's do these eyeballs. I'm just going to sort of be doing some blending and stuff. I'm actually going to get out a real brush for this stuff because I don't want to use a bad one. Where is it? So I'm just going to be using a Winsor & Newton 7 series for this, just because I'm going to be doing some, you know, like a eyeball work. That's essentially what it is. I'm going to be taking some corn red on my wet palette. Corn red. Give me, what is it? Yellow. Oh, I use anything and anything. Like, I've, you know, $2 brushes. I got $50 brushes. It's if I'm gonna do like an edge highlight or something, I'm not gonna be using a cheap brush, only because I like them holding the paint in the burr of the brush to keep it wet, so it doesn't like get chalky or break the line or anything. But you know, other than that, it's all about really you as a person. The brushes don't really do too much. Alright, let's get this red. And let's start with this one big beady eye. Alright, get some yellow, mix that into a bit of red. Let's start building around that middle point. Bit more yellow. Sweet. Now I'm going to go back to my original red. Just a little bit. And then just go around the edge. Okay. Let's go with that orange blend. And just feather around the edge. There we go. Now let's get some black. Water. Now let's do a line down this middle. There we go. And then we get some pure yellow. No, we just do sort of a dot. There. That one just sort of there. What army do I normally run? Good question. I have a lot. Let's back to our red. So I do white scars, so Space Marines. I do Tyranids, Sisters of Battle. There we go. There's a bit of a nice eye there. Nids, yeah. Long live the swarm. Yeah, I've had Nids were the first army I ever collected when I was 7. Alright, let's do the same for these 3. So I would say they were definitely probably my first army. And then obviously what did I do after Nids? I think I did Nids, Necrons, Tau, and then Space Marines. This started over a year ago. Now it went super deep. Oh, only way to do it. I love everything about that. So essentially with Tyranids, what sort of what hive fleet have you painted them up? What sort of scheme have you gone with? Oh, and only a year ago, so you've got 6,500 in Nids, 1,000 in Sisters. Well, you got pretty big Sigmar too. That's impressive. Yeah, I like that. That's quite impressive. 10 black with purple. Oh, nice. Nice and easy to eat them all. Yeah. Yeah, I like. Oh, look, there are people that paint, there are people that only like the lore, there are people that, you know, only play the game. So look. And look, I paint models for other people. That's my living. That's my income. So I honestly, if I didn't do this, then I still probably wouldn't get my own paint models painted. There we go. Got the eyes done. Just, you know, something simple, not super hardcore. You dig dirt for money? Oh, man. Be nice to be outside. Nah. Pays well. That's good. Nah, everyone says I'm too cheap. I'm way too cheap for my commissions. So, but I don't know, I make by. But probably should start increasing prices. But a lot of my clientele are people that I've been working with for the last, like, you know, three years doing this, and bang up them numbers. Yeah, but it's like they're like, oh, you got space for this? I'm like, yeah, give it to me. And I'm like, I've been painting for 3 years, and it's like, yeah, how much I did before, you know, 3 years ago, I'll continue it. But it's like, probably should bump it up now, but because what I'm charging $30 for each of these. Wow, Shatsu. Nah, $60, man. $50, best I can do. Alright, let's go. Blake. How you doing, Chads? How'd you recover after that 4 a.m. Creed on your birthday? Building Lego, it's sending you crazy. Dude, that Lego Spider-Man thing you got was insane. But yeah, rough day. How was dinner? Did you make it? Oh, really? Why was it shit? Sorry, excuse my language. Not the best cooks. Ah, okay. Well, they tried, alright? It's the thought that counts. That's nice, though. I'll tell you what, though. That drive home, oh my goodness. I don't know why. It was the first time it was hot in a while. I'm like, why am I sweating? But, yeah. So essentially what we're doing now at the moment is we're getting all the spines and like any of like the nails, things like that. I'm painting them black. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely only a face that Papa Nurgle could love. Ah, next one. Oh, this guy doesn't have any teeth, okay. Yeah, this guy doesn't have any horns, this one. We are. Sweet. There we go. Alright, now let's go do some airbrushing. Alright, let me get my towel because I don't want to spray any of my computer. I know, forgive me guys. Gotta put up the towels. That'll do. I know, forgive the towel texture. And the compressor going off. Everything's so noisy. Alright, Let's spray these here. So here we go. Test it works, yeah. Just getting the backs of these sort of tentacle hair parts. There we go. Yeah, sure. There we go. Let's do the other one. There we go, there's the second one. Sweet. Alright, now I can move this fabric. It's a detail, really. Ugh. There we go. There's our two. Let's do the base, yeah? Start plotting in that base color. Fun times. Where is... There we are. Steel Legion drab. Time to paint all the base. Do I have anything to mix this with? 1 second. I know, me running out of mixing cups is the worst. Oh! We've got these little dropper bottles. Yes. Alright, I'm gonna grab a whole bunch of Steel Legion Drab. I'm just going to be putting it in these little bottles. Give me a sec, guys. Alrighty, so I put quite a bit of Steel Legion Drab in this bottle, and then what we're going to do is get some isopropanol alcohol. Which I have handy in this bottle here. So alcohol. Pour a little bit into here. How much? Put the lid on this thing and just start shaking it up. Sweet. And then now we get this brush and this bottle. Let's open it up. Mix it up. So I can show you that. It's just me mixing paint in this bottle. So, and now we get a big brush like this one. I don't even know what this is. A medium shade Citadel I've had for years. Go in, dip it into that pot, and now we get this beautiful concoction we made. And then we go on these rocks. And see how it sort of literally just seeps in sort of nicer than water would? So now we get big dollops and we just go spludge, spludge. And it goes all the way down instead of like, if you were to try and do that with water, it will just stay there on top of the rocks and it wouldn't actually go in. Because the alcohol actually has a lot less surface tension than water. So it actually soaks in really well. So yeah. Let me just clean this space so I don't spill everything over and you can actually watch what I'm doing. And of course, because of being alcohol, it actually dries quicker too, so. Big positive. I need to get a thinner brush. Just because there's a bit in between. There we go. I'm going to put this one down. Let's go to the other one. Alright, I'm going to need to mix a bit more of this up. There we go. Just taking it easy. Oh, sorry. This bit's really messy, so it's kind of hard to keep getting it in camera. Sorry. Let's go back to this one. Can get nice and messy. Awesome. Let's dry these guys up, because they're wet as hell. Alright, so I'm going to go mute my mic, and I'm going to be using my, hairdryer, and dry these guys up. Alright, now let's go and start doing some nasty stuff on these guys. Though I do need copper. One second, I need to find some copper. I will be right back. Just gotta get some copper paint. Voila! Just like that, I got the copper paint. I forgot one has like a piercing in its face. So, let's go to this one. Then let's do this piercing, eh? There we go. Simple. Not too much of that. Maybe if they're lucky, I'll add some like copper abrasion to it or something. No. Right. Let's get the glob stuff out. Let's get the Nurgle's right technical paint out and start slobbering these guys up. So now all these drool thing here just gets slobbered. There we go. Get some slobbering out of here too. And now let's just really slime that on down there on his belly. There we go. Real gross. And his tail. There we go. Here's that one. Let's cross up the second one. go. Added some goo. Now we gotta go and just do the base. It's dry yet. Looks it. Let's go. We just need some wraithbone. Some simple old wraithbone onto the wet palette. And we're just gonna dry brush the dirt there. Where's my brush? I like. Here we go. Let's go dry it. Oh. Sorry, that arm's in the way of my wet palette. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, let's dry this. And then we're going in for a really nice light dry brush of that wraithbone. Nah, that brush is a bit too wet to be dry brushing. Let's try this one. There we go. Now let's do this one. Need a new cloth. This is getting a bit putrid, I think is the word, but I guess that works for these dirty boys. There we go. Alright, now time to really get the ooze in. Because I want it all underneath them, and I want them real, like, gloopy. Here we go. So we're just gonna go real, just follow where they would be slimy. If that makes a word. Slimy, gross. Sort of like that, and because I really want it to be real gross. Ugh, like that. Real sticky. There we go. Woo. Now let's do the rim of the base. Let's do that black. I'm just gonna put this down. I don't want to ruin my get black circles on my cutting pad. Alright, sick. Next one. Sweet. Awesome. Oh. There we go. That is 3 Beasts of Nurgle done. So. Alright. So let's have a look at them. Numéro 2 and 3. Well, there is the first one. Real gross looking. And the second one. Real sort of festy. And there's the one we did the other day. All 3 done. Well done, guys. Thank you very much for sitting through that. I'm not going to normally be painting a bunch of the same model up on stream. It's just, that's how this commission sort of worked. I normally would just do one, but I don't know, this was, thought it might be fun just to, have something to do to get these out of the way. I do have a video coming out either tomorrow morning, I believe, hopefully, if I get it finished in time. On my YouTube channel, it'll be Corn Berserkers, and it will be how I paint up this dude. Oh, so this dude, how I paint this up. So yeah, pretty keen to get that out there. And also on our stream every Tuesday and Thursday, so check that out, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. Thank you very much for stopping by and painting up these beasts and Nurgles with me. Hope you all liked it as much as I did, and thank you so much for supporting everything that I've been doing. So no, I'll definitely see you guys on the Thursday stream, and hopefully you'll see my YouTube video tomorrow. So I'll catch you Warmasters next time.